What up, Bulls Nation? We've got a live CHGO Bulls coming up for y'all right around the corner. What are we doing here right now? On today's show, Thunder dominate Game 1 of the Western Conference playoffs. We'll look ahead to Knicks Pacers tonight. Matas Buzelis named to the NBA's all-rookie second team. And a lot of talk of Jonathan Kuminga and where he might end up next season. Bulls? Question mark? Next. Very smooth. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into the CHGO Bulls podcast, coming to you live at 12:30 Central Time from our studios here.
You say that like it's super
in the
early.
West Loop, downtown Chicago. It's the middle of the night right now. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's Big Dave. Bow. BAWL Sports. Our queen of the controls, the one and only Katie W. What up, Katie?
Good morning.
Good morrow
What
to
the
you
hell
all.
She is a morning person.
She
You
is.
can hear it in her.
I am very much not a morning person.
What? You
but
sound like
no.
one right now.
To me, morning is like 10 a.m.
Man, see, you're a morning
So.
person. You know, and 12. That's the morning. That's when
For those of us still transitioning from working nights, it might as well be 6 a.m. right now. I am confused. Hit that like button as our picture of the buddy the GOAT is telling you to do right there. Shout out to the GOAT. He's still on vacay. Check out his Die Hard draft guide available now, allchgo.com, if you want to be diving into your draft homework, as we are getting close to the 1 month mark away from the 2025 NBA draft. Bulls draft in 12th.
on the way.
There is a lot of great stuff in that Die Hard draft guide for y'all. Check it out now. Sign up to become a Die Hard if you aren't already so you can get access to it. Shout out everybody hanging out in that chat. Shout out to Colin who said shout out to Adam Amin. Matt, I missed yesterday's live show. He is such an icon. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And anybody who wasn't with us yesterday, go give that one a watch after today's show. We had our pal Adam Amin on. Great talk.
Yeah, just a real fun talk. Now, when we do stuff now, we will shout Adam Amin.
That's right.
And, yeah.
We
just a
discovered
lot
that
of
his
speeds.
new catchphrase,
Yes.
his Mike Breen's bang, if you will,
Yes.
is just him shouting his own name
Yes,
when
dude.
epic NBA moments happen.
If he does that during the season, I'm going to freak out, man. I'm going to be too excited.
Where would that be on par with Sabine back in the day, always begging Mark
Spicy
Shanowski
papaya?
to make that one spicy papaya his catchphrase?
Yeah, Mark. See, Mark ain't doing it. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Mark is the professional.
He's too old school and
Yeah,
classy.
he's not doing it, man. He'll do it off air or something like that. But Adam Amin, it's a chance. It is a real legit chance that Adam Amin says, Kobe White for three. Adam Amin.
You know what I honestly want even more than that to happen is for, like, in this upcoming NFL season, he's calling like a Giants Seahawks game or something.
yeah.
And, you know, somebody throws a touchdown pass and no one will get it. It's just like completely unrelated to Bulls Adam Amin.
Yeah, man.
Just doing one of his national gigs.
I can hear the
Although
color
he would
commentator.
probably get fired if he
No, the
did
color
that.
commentator immediately like, did you just say your name? Why did you say that? Are you that excited
Yeah.
about the play? And it will be everywhere. He will become viral immediately for saying that. It can work, man. This is a thing.
Yeah.
Let's get behind it, Bulls Nation. Let's get behind Adam Amin
like
making his own phrase, Adam Amin.
And if you are sitting there listening or watching right now or catching this later today and saying, what the hell are they talking about? Go back and listen to yesterday's show. It was a great chat. We got a lot of Adam's insights and thoughts on what the Bulls are doing right now. And plus some random tangents with Adam that are always fun.
Tangents.
Yes, people in the comments, see the headline for today's show. We are going to talk all of this Jonathan Kuminga trade gossip, restricted free agency gossip. We will get to that in a little bit. But first, Big Dave, we have made it to the conference finals.
We are here.
It is a beautiful time of year for us NBA junkies.
It is.
Thunder dominate game one.
Yeah.
Obviously, Anthony Edwards left the game for a little while with a minor injury, comes back, guts through it. They get a big night from Randall. But I think last night was just a good example of home team game one making a statement.
Yeah.
The Thunder had some kind of little iffy moments against the Nuggets in that conference semi series. Nuggets stole 2 of the 3 games that they won. I think
absolutely did.
I think good on the Thunder for making that statement in game 1. Like, look, we are the better team here.
Yeah,
we're gonna hold home court.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, that's what that was. You saw the best team in the NBA be the best team in the NBA. It was close at halftime. You know, it went to halftime. It was either, I can't remember if it was 2 point or
yeah, it was like 48-45, something like. Yeah.
48-44 at the half. Then to be 114 to 88. Damn.
The third quarter was
went crazy on them, man. Like absolutely insane. And that is really what good teams really do. They come out in that third quarter and they run you out the gym. What makes it even more impressive is this is a team that is just coming off a 7-game series, a tough, grueling 7-game series against the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic. And to come in immediately, probably getting that jolt of energy from that home crowd. You know, that OKC crowd, man, is for OKC. They are not polite about who they are about. They are for OKC, and you love that kind of stuff. And I think the players feel that. Role players usually play better at home. And that's kind of just what you saw, everybody clicking. But SGA, man, was doing SGA stuff from the first quarter on. He was showing why he was the leader of that squad.
Yeah, 31 points and 9 dimes. Obviously, a lot of people, whether it's SGA or Brunson in these East playoffs, talking a lot about foul baiting and the free throw attempts. He did go 11 of 14 at the free throw line last night. Yeah. And, of course, Wolves fans on Twitter were like, oh, man, just give them the series if you're going to let SGA shoot that many free throws. I don't think the foul baiting is as bad as some make it out to be. I think that Brunson and SGA are the 2 most elite players at drawing fouls in the NBA right now. Much like at one point not too long ago, that name was James Harden.
Yes.
It's like, if that's part of your game, it's part of your game. Mm-hmm. Might not be pretty brand of basketball to some, but to me, that was not the story of why the Thunder dominated. It was the fact that they shot 50% from the field and 50% from 3.
Boom.
Oh, and by the way, also, the Wolves have not been a great team protecting the ball all season. They were below average NBA in turnovers committed this season. Their turnover rate has increased in their first 2 playoff series compared to their turnovers in the regular season. Okay. And this Thunder defense is beyond elite.
Yes.
They are, of the elite defenses we've seen over the last decade, the best of the best. Points off turnovers last night, 31-10 in favor of the Thunder. There's your margin in the game.
Yeah, and also points in the paint, Matt, like 54-20 points in the paint for OKC, and they don't have a dominant big guy, so that just lets you know they're getting layups and SGA. That's let you know what was going on. I do not like that they call him this foul merchant thing.
Yeah.
He had 7 free throws in that first quarter and finished with 7 for the rest of the game. So he had a first quarter where he was getting fouled. And, you know, people automatically putting these videos together. You know, that's not one. Oh, that's not one. It's the foul. Look, man, the dude is elite at drawing fouls. Nobody says anything to Jimmy Butler, who is a free throw merchant. He's elite at drawing fouls. Like, James Harden was elite at drawing fouls. If it's part of your game, it's part of your game. All right? I don't fault nobody for that. Now, of course, it doesn't come with perfect kind of thing, connotation. So Jalen Brunson definitely has flopped many a day at getting some foul calls. SGA has definitely flopped. Guess what? So does the rest of the league. They all do this stuff. Mm-hmm. But these guys are just really good at drawing those fouls. We saw Kobe White become better at drawing fouls this season. That's why he was a better basketball player. No, man, it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think it's a bad thing to score, because I guarantee you if this is happening on the Chicago Bulls and Kobe White has 18, 20 free throws, everybody's going to pull out their Kobe White jerseys and be representing and would love it. So it's working. It's something the league hasn't caught up to yet. They are fouls. A majority of them are fouls.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. I really don't.
Mott's in the comments. The foul baiting isn't bad. Terrible take.
It ain't.
Look, I don't think it is.
It ain't.
If I have a gripe with something as an NBA fan watching these playoffs, it's just consistency with the officiating crews.
Correct.
What is a foul and what's not? I think that's the part that's frustrating.
Yeah.
And what you are as a player getting calls versus what you're not.
Yeah.
Because, like, even in, like, you know, we've got a lot of Nuggets fans friends. There were a lot of Nuggets fans, you know, crying foul, pun intended, because Jokic was getting beat up in that series.
Oh, yeah.
And it's depending on who you are in the league and the size you are in the league, you will draw more foul calls or you won't.
Yeah.
The foul baiting has just become like a triggering phrase. I think there are guys in the league who are like, it is, maybe you don't want to call it a skill.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I think, a skill.
It is a skill.
It's a gimmicky skill, but it's a skill.
Yeah.
And if you have proven to be a player of that caliber of a Brunson or an SGA, you're getting those calls.
Yeah.
It's how the league has always worked.
Stars
it's
get
how
calls.
Fans and analysts and people covering teams, anyone other than the Chicago Bulls, made fun of MJ and NBA officials for a decade.
They did.
Oh, you're MJ? You said he fouled you? Okay, MJ, he fouled you.
Yeah.
It's not close now to what it was back then.
No. They're a little more, it's a little different than what it was back then for sure. But it just doesn't bother me, man. I mean, we would beg for officials to call fouls for Zach LaVine, and they just wouldn't. And he would be trying, and he would yell out that scream that we just couldn't stand. That's foul but that's foul baiting. That's him trying to bait the refs into calling a foul for him with that screen.
Yeah.
Didn't work. But on the other side, DeMar DeRozan, king of it.
Dude.
All right?
Yeah,
king.
Bulls fans benefited from that for a while there.
Loved it, Matt. We loved every second of it. Every 50-point game, every game winner came with some foul baiting. Like, yes, he was trying to draw fouls then. Well, I remember the game winner he hit against the Knicks. He baited one of them into a foul, and he hit the three to get to the free throw line and complete the 4-point play.
Yeah.
Kobe White did the same thing this year. I watched him do it. No, it is a part of the game, man. You can't just be one-sided on it. You might not like it. That's fair. If you're like, man, I don't like this. This shouldn't be in it. Like, that's an opinion, and that's fine to have. But to sit there and be like, oh man, this is all his game. This is all he does. When you lead in the league in 20, 30, 40, and 50-point games, when you're shooting over 50% from the field, that's not free throws, all right? That is somebody who is scoring the bucket at a really high clip, and SGA deserves his praise for that, man.
Mods, again, in the comments saying I think SGA literally falls over like he sniped. Okay,
Skill.
But like there was an example, at least one last night, where he drove through the paint, tried to draw contact and maybe initiate a foul call, and went sailing out the baseline.
Yeah.
Lay up mid. No whistle.
Yeah.
It's like they're also letting guys be really physical in these playoff series thus far. And there's been a lot of talk about how it's been different than the way the regular season was officiated. Yeah. That's something. I don't know if you have a problem with it or not. But SGA also a few times last night tried to foul bait and failed.
Yeah.
He got the call sometimes. He didn't get the call every time. He could have taken 22 free throws last night. He took 14.
Matter of fact, they challenged one and got it overturned, Minnesota. So Minnesota was like, no, that's not a foul. Ref said, yeah, you're right. There's an overturn right here. Yeah. But the majority of the time, he is getting fouled.
Right.
It's just what it is.
And Rob's saying, I love SGA too, but that part of his game, falling or throwing his legs forward to land on guys the last few times. Look, do I think there's more flopping in today's NBA than there was when we were watching when we were kids?
Correct.
Hell yeah.
Correct.
Way more.
Tons.
To the point where the league started fining people for flopping.
Yes. Right.
What's up, LeBron? It is a part of the game now. I don't like that it's a part of the game now. I don't think it will necessarily dictate who is crowned NBA champion when it's all said and done.
That part, 68 wins is what they had this season. 68. Those were not all fouls in those wins. We saw.
Before we just move to a quick thought on Knicks Pacers, Swaggy in the comments saying OKC definitely feels like intense home court. Those Thunder fans are nuts, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'll tell you.
They put on those jerseys that they put on the back of every chair in the stadium. Also, how hilarious. Michael Malone added to the broadcast team, recently fired, had that line in their pregame coverage of, these OKC fans, best fans in the league, man.
I love that. So petty. Like,
he was so petty about it, man. He was super petty.
Love the pettiness.
Shout out Mike Malone for that, man. Absolutely.
I think Colin also asked, is this going to be a gentleman's sweep? What do you think?
Yeah.
After last night.
I think so. I wanted to go 6, but I think it's a gentleman's sweep, honestly. Like, OKC just overpowered them, man.
I think,
damn,
how healthy and Herculean can Anthony Edwards be? If we see a better Anthony Edwards than the one we saw last night, I think maybe the Wolves can push this to 6.
He's got some ankle injuries.
But
also,
right now, it's looking like a short series for the Thunder.
Real
quick before the break, Knicks Pacers tonight, game 1. Who you got?
Me. That's who I got.
That's the right answer.
So Pacers then, right?
That is the right answer.
Yuck.
Yeah. Knicks Pacers, I'll be rooting for Al-Qaeda. All right. We got to take our first ad break. When we come back, we're talking Matas making the all-rookie team. Hit the like button.
Out of a beat. Empire today.
Empire.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. What they do, man?
Floors.
No matter what.
Hey-ya.
Just like your favorite team needs a home court advantage, your home team needs a whole floor advantage, and Empire Today can help you get it. They have those flooring experts, dedicated flooring professionals whose focus is on flooring every single day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have all been to the big box store. Katie has walked in there on the weekend. She didn't want to go, but she had to. You know what I mean? Had to pick up some things that she only get there. And then she walked by floors. And she said, no, I'm going to keep walking. And then she saw one of those houses. She's like, oh, that's a nice one. Let me just look at it real quick. And as soon as she touched it, it activated the chip of that young man. Biff. Hey, some floors? Yeah, Biff, I want to ask you, do you have this in a marble style? What's marble? I don't know what that is because I don't know floors. They hired me because I just showed up. Oh, my God, I hate this. Get away from me, Biff. Don't get biffed, ladies and gentlemen. Stay at home with that shop at home convenience that you only get from Empire Today. They live and breathe flooring, and they will be with you every step of the way. It's a whole different ball game, y'all. Pick the right flooring and the right colors for your space. See how it looks with your furniture in your house. Get precise measurements taken and have all your questions answered so there will be no surprises. With Empire Today, you get clear upfront and all-inclusive pricing. Plus, you can schedule installation as soon as the next day. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. CHGO listeners, that's y'all out there with your beautiful selves, can receive a $350 discount when using that promo code CHGO. Yes, you heard me right. $350 discount with that code CHGO. Restrictions apply. Visit EmpireToday.com/CHGO for details. 580-2300. Katie!
Adam Amin, Empire Today.
Adam Amin.
Today.
Oh, love it. Today's show also brought to you by Mando. What makes Mando unique from other deodorants?
Tell me.
It's a whole body deodorant.
What?
Your whole body. All of it.
All that?
The extremities, the limbs, the balls, the thigh folds, the butt cracks. And of course, yes, the pits. Mando was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated.
Thank you, Doc.
Choose from a variety of their fresh scents like bourbon leather, my favorite, Cloverwoods, Mount Fuji, or Pro Sport. That's the Patrick Williams flavor. All the sweat. Clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. Here's an ugly fact, gentlemen.
Tell me.
Brace yourselves.
Oh, God.
12 hours after a shower, the average men's Grundle odor level is a 5 out of 10. That's halfway to full Grundle stank.
No Grundle.
Not great.
Oh.
But with Mando, the average Grundle odor level is 0 out of 10.
Save me, Mando.
Right back to 0.
Let's go.
No Grundle BO.
Get out of here.
Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. Comes with a solid 6 deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, not 1 but 2, like the mini body wash and the deodorant wipes, plus free shipping. As a special offer for our CHGO Bulls listeners, new customers get $5 off their starter pack with our exclusive code. Just use promo code CHGO at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Please support CHGO Bulls and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Mando. Moving along, hanging out with us in the chat. We appreciate you. Hit the like button.
We early, Dreads.
Yeah.
We early.
Yeah. Get that cup of coffee.
Just because we're early, by the way, doesn't mean that you can't hit the like button.
That's
I know
true.
Your thumbs still work this early in the day.
Yeah.
There is no time limit on thumbs. Hit the button.
I actually, Katie, how dare you, have a very rare condition
Called?
where my thumbs are not functioning opposable thumbs before noon.
That sounds like the big whiny baby condition.
Wow. Is it
And
called
also,
sleep?
it's past noon, boo-boo, so hit the button.
So they're functioning now. But when I first walked in here earlier today, no.
No function?
No. I had to open my laptop like this without a thumb.
Man. You're trying to function.
All right. Today's next topic is brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons. We call it Taking the Temp.
Taking the tempo.
Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Visit fourseasonsheatingcooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's fourseasonsheatingcooling.com. Taking the temp of Matas Buzelis' NBA potential, Dave.
Let's take it.
It just went up a few notches yesterday because he was named to the NBA's all-rookie second team yesterday. Shout out to Matas. Well-deserved, well-earned. We touched on this a little bit with Adam yesterday, but to just dive back into it, first team ended up being Stephon Castle, Zach Edey, Zachary Rizachet, Alex R., and Jalen Wells. I think that's pretty chalk.
Very chalk.
Amongst the second team honorees, Matas was second in voting, seventh in voting overall. Did get 15 out of 100 first-place votes.
He did.
To make first team.
He did.
His fellow second team members, Bub Carrington, Donovan Clingan, Yaz Missy, and Kalel Ware. I think a lot of people would say if Matas had played more minutes in the first half of the season, he's first team easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about this a little bit with Adam. I mean, some of those things, obviously it's a subjective thing. Like, you don't know how it's going to work. It worked out pretty well for him, maybe in the long term of his career. But for this particular conversation about making all-rookie, if he's playing from the beginning, he's first team all-rookie.
Yeah.
We saw early on the talent that this young man has when we saw him score those 20 points in Dallas. That was very early in the season. And, he balled out in that game. And we also saw him cross over your guy, Aaron Gordon, and hit him with that dunk. He had a great game that game as well. And again, this was all before he was a rotational starting kind of guy.
Yeah.
So those flashes were there. And for me, were enough to see him get out there on the floor and do something, because Patrick Williams just was not sweating. And he looked like he didn't know what basketball was.
Pro sport.
So, yeah, Mando. So with that, in mind, I felt like it was time to move him into that lineup and get him those reps and let him run through that rookie wall. Because Will Perdue said several times here, he would see him hit that rookie wall. He was like, oh, he's hit that wall right now. Now the question is can he bust on through it? Oh, yeah. He busted right on through to the other side. Shout out to the Doors. He did that and then got put into the starting lineup where he got more minutes, and more time. And you saw games where he was trying to figure things out, trying to find out where he should be on the floor. Some games he would just be the spot-up shooter in that aspect, but he always contributed on the defensive end, and you never forgot he was on the floor. So when you're doing those things, especially in this kind of draft, Matt, where they were just kind of looking, for those guys to be stars or somebody to talk about, Matas Buzelis was that guy that could have been talked about if he was played early on. Now, it worked out really well. I'm not questioning the decision of Billy. I'm just talking about what I wish it would have been.
Yeah, the Shy in the comments saying, stupid Billy
that's
is the reason Matas didn't win Rookie of the Year.
Different for what I just said.
Why the name calling? Come on now. If you're
It's
going to
early.
call names, save it for the front office or the owners.
That's right.
Let's be
Or
real.
at least be more creative with it.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm never one to criticize laziness. I love being lazy.
Yeah, and I hope you hit the like button before you started to criticize the shot. Make sure you hit that like button. All y'all hit that like button.
Come on now.
Do it.
Dysfunctional saying watching Matas get minutes over P. Will Phillips. Terry was special. But yes, it took a while. It took a while for that to happen. And again, is it a matter of, if Matas played that many minutes out of the jump, if his role was that role out of the jump, are we talking about him being first team all rookie and maybe even, as our commenter said, Rookie of the Year? Maybe. There is also, I think, a positive lens to look through when talking about Matas' rookie year, which is that his role increased significantly as the season progressed.
True.
He ended up starting 31 games all down the stretch. And in those 31 games, he put up legitimate numbers.
All facts.
36% from three, 14 points per game, 5 boards, doing a lot of work on the blocks. So he averaged over a block per game in those 31 post All-Star break. So I'm okay with it. I've made my peace with Matas' role not being as big as I wanted it to be in the first half of the season. Because still being mad about that gets us nowhere.
It
is not productive now.
I completely agree. It is what it is, and it happened.
Right.
And it wasn't wrong, is what I'm saying. It was success in what happened and how it went down. So as opposed to it as I can't argue with the results. And that's what moves you forward. You're like, okay, I wouldn't have done it that way, but this way seemed to work. And Matas had no problem with it himself. He was just happy to be on the floor on some of those games. And then Billy you saw the trust building. We know that about Billy. he has to trust you before he puts you on the floor.
Yep.
So he's going to put you through, some things before he just says,
unless your name is Patrick Williams and Billy was forced to start him for a while.
Unless you're, chicken parm guy.
So I don't think Billy has ever trusted Patrick Williams.
But he puts him out there all the time.
Because Billy's bosses made him.
Damn, Billy. At some point, put him out there, but then take him out in the first 5 minutes. At least that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, fine.
How many games this past season did we watch Patrick Williams start, have a crappy first half, and then play like 5 minutes in the second half? That happened all the time.
Oh, that happened a lot. He definitely got benched in the fourth quarter in several of those occasions, man.
Yeah.
But he just kept coming back. He would keep coming back. 17 minutes, 20 minutes, 22 minutes. It always continued for Patrick Williams in that way. And sitting there watching that is what would lead to the frustration for myself and a lot of Bulls fans, because they were like, dude, we're tired of looking at the stiff. Show me somebody out there who can give me some excitement, who looks like they can play. Oh, hey, this Matas Buzelis guy looks like that. Wow, that's a cool dunk he just had. Wow, that's a great block he just had. Look at the crossover he just did on Luka. This is amazing. Put me out there with that stuff. Hey, he's got more 20-point games than Patrick Williams. Let me see this guy out there on the floor, please. I would like more of this so I can root for y'all. So that's where the frustration was coming from. So, yes, Billy's bosses probably played into it as well, but Billy does have to trust you. He will not put you out there. You saw it with Josh Giddey. Like, he just won't put you out there unless he can absolutely trust you, and that takes time. Certain guys might get it from the beginning because they earned it by being veterans, like DeMar DeRozan, like an Alex Caruso, like a Nikola Vucevic. But those young guys have got to earn it. You saw it with Julian Phillips. You saw it with Dalen Terry. You saw with only one you didn't see it with was Ayo Dosunmu, because he trusted him from the beginning.
Right.
But if Billy doesn't have that trust in you, he has to build it. I don't think that's the wrong approach. I just wanted it to be different for this guy, because I thought that we saw something very early on in this young man that we weren't seeing in Patrick Williams that said, hey, man, put this dude in the lineup and let us enjoy some parts of this season.
Rob saying, let's remember, P. Will was hurt part of the year too. Okay, cool.
Come on.
What else is new?
Yeah. Oh, really?
I believe, what does that sound like, Dave? What does that sound like to you? Does that sound like an excuse?
And it's a no excuses song.
I was under the understanding that this was a no excuses tour.
Well, what happened was the tour got canceled.
Canceled
because of so many damn excuses. All these excuses.
So
cancel tour.
When it comes to Matas, great. First piece of hardware for his NBA trophy case.
First of many.
I don't think you can count slam dunk contest participants as a trophy case thing. But as shout out to our pal Drew Stevens from the Bigs, I saw that he pointed this out on Twitter yesterday after the announcement of all rookie squads. Between Matas, Ayo, Giddey, Patrick, Kobe, Kevin Huerter, and Lonzo Ball, the Bulls could have as many as 7 former all-rookie second team honorees on their roster next season.
That's 9 to 10 guys.
That's getting close to 9 or 10 guys.
On the way.
And you know what all-rookie second team sounds like? 9 or 10 very good players.
Yeah.
They're not stars.
Stars.
They're very good, though.
Yeah, just very good players.
To me is like so hilariously at the crux of where we are as Bulls fans. We got a bunch of second team guys. Not NBA second team. I'd be thrilled with that. We got a bunch of all rookie second team guys.
Yeah.
None of those guys I've named just now have ever been an NBA All-Star. Who will be the first one among them? Could it be Matas? I'm right now hoping it's Matas. Not saying I'm not hoping that Kobe White could maybe be an All-Star, that Josh Giddey could maybe be an All-Star.
Say it with some love.
Josh Giddey. I'm saying I don't think either of those are likely, and it's still, I think, possible and therefore more likely that Matas is an NBA All-Star someday.
Yeah.
Because the last NBA or the last Bulls draft pick to make all-rookie first team, Dave. Care to venture a quick guess?
To make all-rookie first
team?
Well, Derrick Rose did it.
More recently than that.
Man. All-rookie first team. Well, up against the break, so just tell me.
Lowry. You know who has been an all-star? Because there's none of those names I just named. Larry Markin has been an all-star.
All-star starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So kudos to Matas. Let's see some more. Billy, if you play in fewer than 30 minutes a game next season, I will come for you. Hit the like button while we knock out a couple more ads. We're talking Kuminga trade next. Today's show brought to you by Bet365.
Yeah.
Did you make some bets on last night's Thunder Wolves game?
Did you?
If you did and you won, congratulations. If you didn't, you're missing out. Whatever the moment is never ordinary at Bet365. New customers can now get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 on anything in these playoff games. Win or lose the bet, don't matter. You're going to get that $150 in bonus bets either way. Mm-hmm. And watching these NBA playoffs with the Bet365 early payout offer, you're a winner if the NBA team you're betting on goes up by 20 points with an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners. You know who was up by 20 last night?
Tell me.
The Thunder. Bing! Download the app. And again, don't forget that promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. The best part about those bonus bets, unlike a lot of other sports bettors out there who restrict how you can use, you can only use these bonus bets after midnight Eastern time on Tuesdays when the moon is full and there's grass, but only in the front yard but not the backyard.
It happens.
It's crazy. And there's crazy rules with bonus bets all over the place. But Bet365 says, no, you're bonus bets. Use them how you want. Spreads, totals, player props, futures, more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 and older. If someone you know or yourself has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER in-app only.
Got a text from Baby Joey.
Baby Joseph.
Hit me up. He said, let's see, Matas second team. He will be in the MVP running in a few years. I said,
Baby Joe with a bold take.
That's a scorching hot take from Baby Joe. I've never seen him like that, Matt. So when I saw it, I just didn't understand.
Didn't understand?
Never understood.
Such a bold take.
Why? Why, Baby Joe, is it so bold? And why you got to pay so much money? It looks so cool. Shady Ray said, we're going to do something about that. We're going to take care of that, y'all, because our friends at Shady Rays are helping you get in the right frame of mind, get it, with their premium polarized shades that will not break the bank. It's an independent sunglasses company that offers that world-class product that is rated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Their sunglasses have those durable frames, those crystal clear optics, making them the perfect choice for your outdoor. And as this shoe-wearing gentleman is about to play, your indoor inside. But wait, he's watching the game and he gets upset at the free throw shots that are being taken. Oh,
damn foul baiting.
Oh. But then he realizes those glasses. Oh, they were on that hat. Crack, splat, drat. He is upset at that. Why? But then he remembered that Lost and Broken Replacements plan. Yeah. Hey. He sent that joker back in. 30 days, worry free. Guess what's back on his face? Shady Ray. Look at looking cool as ever and back to throwing hats everywhere. Yeah. No glasses on him. And throws another one for no reason. Yeah. And then one more because
You made me do it. I'm not that angry today.
That's true. I did make a bit.
I'm angry.
CHGO viewers and listeners, go to ShadyRays.com and save 35% on premium polarized sunglasses with that code CHGO. Try it yourself. The shades that are rated 5 stars for over 300,000 people. That is ShadyRays.com. Code CHGO. Because it's Shady Rays, y'all. Where the Rays are oh so shady.
Oh, so shady.
Slap.
Wow. Moving along, CHGO Bulls at a ridiculously early hour. Thanks for hanging out with us.
This is why this is like this.
Hey.
This is like 4 a.m.
Dude,
it's just loopy.
My brain is upside down right now. Why are we here? Shout out for hanging out with us.
It's literally 1 p.m. now.
Whatever.
It's not early anymore.
Katie.
It's 1
Actually,
p.m.
no, because I would feel more normal than I do right now if it were 1 a.m.
I was with you when it was like 11:30, but now it's 1 p.m.
Still too early to be at the office.
All right, okay.
Hit that like button if you're hanging out with us on Twitter, on the YouTube chat. So, Dave.
Yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga.
That's him.
There is a name. There is a vibe around Bulls fans right now.
Yeah.
Warriors, of course, made their exit in the second round of the NBA playoffs. Obviously, really hurt with the absence of one Wardell Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
He makes them better.
I've heard.
Jimmy Buckets couldn't quite get it done.
I'm shocked.
Shout out to Steven. Happy birthday. Everybody's talking about Kuminga's future.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr, I think, would not be heartbroken if Jonathan Kuminga finds a new home this summer.
That's safe to say.
Speaking of coaches who don't trust players, Steve Kerr does not trust Jonathan Kuminga.
Bazinga.
Look, when you look at Kuminga's numbers this season, underwhelming. He did manage, 15 points a game?
Yeah.
Not the greatest shooting splits in the world. Only played 47 games, only started 10 of them, just 24 minutes per game. Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to figure out where Kuminga is going to be next season. He is on the final year of his rookie deal and will enter restricted free agency. A lot of people are talking sign and trade.
Yes.
A lot of people are throwing the Bulls name out there as a team that could be a target. Yeah. And there's also that factor of, hey, the Warriors maybe talk to the Bulls at least once or twice about Nikola Vucevic before making the Jimmy Butler trade at the in-season trade deadline. So let's start with this one. This was Bleacher Report the other day with a bunch of different potential landing spots for Jonathan Kuminga by Bleacher Report's Andy Bailey.
Shout out.
First team that he lists is the Chicago Bulls.
What? I've heard of them.
Yeah. Here is his proposed deal.
Okay.
Jonathan Kuminga comes to the Bulls via sign and trade for Nikola Vucevic, Lonzo Ball, and a 2029 top 5 protected first-round pick. Bailey notes that the Warriors need a center. Yep. The Bulls have a win-now big man in Vooch, whose shooting and passing would make him an easy fit for their offense. His defense is a tougher sell, but a team with Draymond and Jimmy on it can hide Vooch's flaws. Depending on how big Kuminga's salary would be in a sign and trade, the Bulls are a trading partner that might be able to provide Golden State with 2 rotation players. For the Bulls, the vision should be a roster that fits around Josh Giddey, Matas Buzelis, Kobe White, and whoever's added in this year's draft. Kuminga is closer to them than Vucevic in age, and he'd be a heck of a lob target for Giddey with his above-the-rim athleticism.
Sure.
I can hear the logic in some of that.
I can.
Let's start there, Dave. I can hear the logic. What parts of that make sense to you?
Well, let's start with the Warriors. Definitely fits what they are trying to do. They've been after Vooch, as he mentioned, since last year. They have a Nikola Vucevic-sized hole in their front court. He fits perfectly for what they're trying to do. And I definitely agree with the fact that having guys like Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green will also help you defensively and hide those flaws, but also those are both pass-oriented guys. So Vooch won't have to worry about getting touches or getting the basketball, or anything like that. So I don't think that will be a problem. They are unselfish basketball players. He's going to a team that likes moving the ball. The only dudes who needs to shoot is Steph Curry. That's it. He has to score. So Vooch could be on that team and could end up their second leading scorer, in that kind of situation. So I can see how that absolutely works in that way. Getting a guy like Lonzo Ball further helps, a team like Golden State, because you're adding another defender to the team. You're adding a really high IQ guy, sending him back to the West Coast where he is from also. People like playing, where they're from. And just having that kind of veteran savvy coming off the bench, you won't be as sad if, Steph Curry has to go sit down and just take some time and take a breath, or even take a couple games or something like that. You're like, I feel good about Lonzo Ball running this team with Jimmy Butler, with Draymond Green, and with Nikola Vucevic. That's solid to me. I think that fits them really perfectly. On the Bulls side, he's right. Jonathan Kuminga, the IQ that he has and how he is defensively, 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan, I think it fits solidly, with the Bulls, especially with a guy like Josh Giddey. He's right, him being the lob threat. He's definitely an athlete, definitely a guy who wants to put on a show and comes in with that mentality like I'm the best dude on the floor. He comes in with an attitude as well, and the Bulls are lacking those kind of guys that have that kind of attitude. So those things can play well into what the Bulls are trying to do. Putting him around guys like him and Matas Buzelis, that's pretty solid front court defensively that you'll have on this Bulls team, a team that is lacking some serious defense. And then you're giving away, I shouldn't say giving away, but trading away a guy like Lonzo Ball, who helped facilitate and run your team and was a really great defender. Having Kuminga there could quell some of those things. Now, offensively, the alley-oops are probably the only thing I think can really work in this instance. But we'll get into the other side of this later. But
that's Andy Bailey of Bleacher Report saying, "Hey, like great lob target for Josh Giddey." Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And what else?
And then what?
And then what?
Yes,
because
correct.
if that's pretty much all you're offering, and right now as an offensive weapon, that's all I see Kuminga as.
Yeah.
Rob's saying that he's going to take shots away from Matas, Giddey, Kobe. I don't know. I don't think Kuminga can charge that. I don't think he can command that because he hasn't proven at this point in his NBA career to be that viable of an offensive weapon.
Now see, but that's why I get scared, Matt. I agree with that statement because that is how Kuminga plays.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's what he wants.
Yes.
If you are willing to try to take the ball out of Steph Curry's hand.
Right. Which is why Steve Kerr yelled at him every other day.
You know what I mean? Like, what is your mindset going to be when you show up and your options are Kobe White and Josh Giddey and Matas Buzelis who are getting the ball? You think he going to be like, oh, no, yeah, I got to get them the ball first. He ain't giving it to Steph. You better believe he taking these shots. I mean, it don't matter if he's open or not.
So, this kind of, SHIT in this hand, this kind in this hand. Like, do you want a young with potential power forward who has no confidence whatsoever and doesn't do anything ever?
Right.
Or one who's too confident and takes the ball away from an offense that would otherwise function without him?
Yeah, exactly.
Patrick Williams, Jonathan Kuminga.
Right.
Which piece of crap do we want? Look,
How do you like your crap, guys?
I am not sold on this Kuminga idea.
Sauteed?
In any way. Spoiler alert. That was going to be revealed eventually. We'll talk about it some more. I don't like this idea at all. I also don't he's not an elite defender. I would even struggle to call him an above average defender.
Really? I think he's slightly above average.
Okay, maybe I will grant you slightly above average.
Yeah.
Is he the rim protector the Bulls need?
No, he's not a rim protector.
Cool. Done. And here's the other thing.
Okay.
This particular trade idea, I think somebody in the comments said no to this as well. I couldn't help but notice the Warriors just get a first-round pick in this deal?
That's why I wanted to go next.
Why?
What?
Huh? Why?
Yeah.
And look, some might say, oh, well, they put a top 5 protection on it. So it's like, it'll probably turn into a second-round pick. When have we ever drafted top 5?
Yeah.
That pick is conveying. If the Bulls are giving up a top 5 protected first-round pick, that means they're giving up a first-round pick.
Correct.
Because they have no intention of being top 5 in the draft ever again. Ever again. No, we'll take somewhere between 11th and 15th for the rest of time. Thank you very much, please, and thank you.
Feels right.
That's where we like to be.
Right in that middle, baby.
Sweet spot.
Boom.
Sweet spot.
Right there.
Competitive, but not really.
Yes.
Look, why are the Bulls giving up a pick in this trade proposal?
That confused me more than anything right there.
They're getting Lonzo and Vooch?
And it's like, you know what? We need a pick on top of that. Here you go, sir.
What?
Here you go. What?
We know AK loves tossing picks around.
He just loves to give it.
Really?
Well, we just got who we wanted. Then, guys, would you think that was a trade? It's not a straight up? But are you giving up all these assets to get Jonathan Kuminga because that's who they wanted? Would you be willing to accept that? No, you wouldn't because you're smart. You wouldn't be willing to accept that. That's way too much for Jonathan Kuminga. And I think Jonathan Kuminga can play. I really do. But, Matt, he really gives me best player on a bad team vibes. That's what I feel when I watch him.
Jordan Poole?
Jordan Poole. Thank you. That's exactly where I was going. Was Jordan Poole. If Golden State is saying they can't work with you and they're sending you away, Jordan Poole is a great example of, great player that they just said, no, it's not going to work for whatever reason or another you want to point to. It wasn't going to work, and they sent him away. Balling out, having a great time. We were concerned for that young man's mental health on several occasions, just looking at how he looked. We were like, something's up with that dude. But just a bunch of losing going. Great play on a losing team. I think of Colin Sexton and those guys. I think of John Collins when I think of that. I think of DeMarcus Cousins when I think of those things. And I love DeMarcus Cousins. Damn, he was so good. But he couldn't get on a true winning team like that, man. So watching Jonathan Kuminga come in, and if you're talking about I want the best out of Jonathan Kuminga, the best is putting the ball in his hands and letting him do his thing. For me, that just means it's not going to be a winning team. You're not going to be doing that. And I'm sure I'm cool. I don't hate it. Right. But I'm just saying, do you really want to pay for that long of a time to be that kind of a team with Jonathan Kuminga at the head.
And
I don't think you would.
Our guy Dred's pointing out, you got to pay Kuminga too.
That's what I just said.
It's sign and trade deal. It's like we already have an overpaid, useless power forward. Do we want two of them? We got to knock out a couple more quick guys. We'll come back with more thoughts on this. There's another Kuminga to the Bulls trade proposal that we can look at. Oh yeah, and you know what? I like this next one. I like this one a little bit better. But there's another part of it that's really, I think some Bulls fans won't like.
All right.
Hit the like button.
Do it.
If you haven't done it. Ads.
Do it for Katie. She'll hurt you.
Always do it for Katie.
Always. Summer be here before you know it. Is your home's air conditioning up to par?
Freaking better be.
It better be, especially if you want us to come over. Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric is what you need if you need to get it right, because they have been serving Chicagoland for over 50 years. Now is the time to get your air conditioning checked out, and Four Seasons experts are ready to help you with AC installation, maintenance, and a repair. Now, 2024 was officially Chicago's hottest year on record. The heat index reached 114 degrees.
So hot.
Oh, that is dumb.
So hot right now.
I want to go inside just reading that. That's ridiculous. And I am inside. Hello, AC unit. I love you. Four Seasons expert technicians ensure you will always receive reliable service. And Four Seasons doesn't charge more for service during nights, weekends, and holidays. Schedule a Four Seasons AC tune-up win today. Save $50 and enjoy a 1-year no breakdown guarantee. That is stress off of your mind for a full year and $50. That's pretty good, y'all. Your trusted local experts are Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Visit fourseasonsheatingcooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's Four Seasons Heating, Cooling.com. Because for all the right reasons, back.
Call 866 Four Seasons.
Oh, you went a little Michael McDonald-ish on that one.
Yeah.
Started real low on that one.
that will always make me think of 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's when they're working in, like that knockoff Best Buy.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. I'm really been thinking about this. Because if you play this more than Michael McDonald shit, y'all gonna blow my brains out.
Hey, shout out to Ray.
Man. Ray!
Our friend Ray at Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. It's your chance to score a great deal during the Employee Pricing Plus sales event at Ray CDGR in Route 12 today to choose from their huge inventory of new Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles. And right now, lease the new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe for only $245 a month for 24 months. That's 2 years.
That is.
Plus, shop over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. With a friendly team of brand experts, the team at Ray CDJR is here to help you during each step of your car shopping journey.
Boom.
Plus, since they prioritize affordability, you won't overpay for the vehicle you need. And with that good old reliable Ray price promise, you can shop confidently with no add-ons, no hidden fees.
When?
No woozies or wazies.
Oh.
Ever. The price you see is the price you pay. It's that simple.
Yes, it is.
And Ray and his team will do everything they can to find you even more savings when you come to the dealership. Go check out our partner today to shop one of Chicago area's largest inventories. Don't miss out on the Employee Pricing Plus sales event for huge savings on the Jeep Grand Cherokee. For more information, visit raycdjr.com or Ray CDJR today on Route 12 in Fox Lake. They've been serving the community since 1963.
3 of them things.
All right. Hit the like button. Katie just told you to again. Do it now. As we talk about this Jonathan Kuminga trade gossip that is just full steam ahead.
Yeah.
And it might not be settled for a while. It's only May 21st.
Sure.
And it just seems like trade talk is already exploding for the NBA, which, great, gives us something to talk about.
Sure.
So Bleacher Report one, I didn't love. Also, shout out to Niles in the comments who said, Bleacher Report articles stress me out with how casual they sound. Do they have editors? I don't know if they have editors. I do know that our guy Goat spent some time working for Bleacher Report.
He absolutely did.
Writing for them. I don't know, what he would say about their editing process. But I will say that it does bug me too when Bleacher Report people will put out trade ideas. And we're talking about it right now as a trade proposal, a trade hypothetical, because lots of people are talking about it. We're not talking about it as a report of trade talk between teams happening. And people, I think, a lot of the time take stuff from Bleacher Report and turn it into that, and that shit drives me crazy.
Dude, this is like my pet peeve. It drives me insane. Like, just because somebody proposes something as an idea does not mean it's a report. If you put breaking news in front of it when it's an idea, like jail.
Yes.
Jail.
Agreed. Do not put report and then semicolon Bleacher Report trade idea proposed. No, that's not what a report is.
No, it's not how it goes.
Bleacher Report trade machine creators, not reporters. But because it's fun and it's that time of year, let's talk about the next one.
Oh, let's do it.
This one comes to us from Sports Illustrated. They're still writing stuff.
Shout out.
I think it's all AI generated at this point.
AI.
Liam Willerup of Sports Illustrated
Definitely AI.
created some of his it's an AI name. Created some of his own Kuminga trade ideas, and this one is the Bulls sending Vooch and Ayo Dosunmu to the Warriors for not only Kuminga but the Bulls also getting Moses Moody in this deal, Dave. What do you think about it? I think I like this one a little bit more. Obviously, it would hurt to lose Ayo. Bulls fans got a lot of love for Ayo, but we also are in this scenario right now where we're like, how many guards can Billy play next season?
We might find out. This one's tough because it's trading Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah.
And I love Ayo Dosunmu. How can you be a Bulls fan and not love Ayo Dosunmu? Like, he's everything that you want in a player for your team. He gives you all the actual good basketball stuff and gives you all the aesthetics that Bulls fans love, as far as the grit, the heart, the determination, the work ethic, all that kind of things. Playing through 16 separated shoulders. That's how he rolls, man. Ayo Dosunmu is great for Bulls fans, you know, from that perspective. I'm not trading him for Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. I'm just not. I don't want to put that in there. I think Nikola Vucevic and something a little tweak less. Now, if you're looking at it from a money perspective, I completely get it and completely understand it because Ayo is time to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Very, very soon.
Yes.
And
one more year of a very team-friendly deal.
Yeah, man. And Ayo is going to get a check. And the Bulls are not going to be able to pay. What did he make this deal?
Like $7 million?
Yeah. Something like that, you know, basically what Kuminga was pretty much making. And it is not going to be the case for him when it's time to get that money. So from the money perspective and trying to save your team, that kind of hardship of hard making decisions, I get it because it's him and it's going to be Kobe White. Like, you're going to be in a bind some kind of way. So I get it, trading him there. And, oh, my God, the fit there would just be outstanding because Ayo fits everywhere, man. Like, it doesn't matter. He walks in, he'll fit on any team that you got in the NBA. There's a role for Ayo Dosunmu to play, and he will play it very well. Seeing it on this kind of team, you absolutely see it. And if the three-point shooting continues to get better, oh, how could it not when I'm playing with Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors? Even Draymond Green's three-point shooting improved. Like, it will happen. He will get better. And defensively, my goodness, man, like, it makes life easier for guys like Steph Curry with him on the floor. Steph won't have to guard that number one guard or that best backcourt player out there. Jalen Brunson's out there. Guess who's guarding him? It's going to be Ayo Dosunmu on him, man. So that makes it easier and might add some more time to Steph Curry's career. So, again, it's another trade that I see how it benefits Golden State. You know what I mean? I see that. For the Bulls, same thing I said about Kuminga. Like, Moses Moody, cool. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all right, yeah, thanks. You know, but it's not a needle mover for me to just be over the moon about Moses Moody and his potential on this team. So, as a Bulls fan, I do not want to let Ayo Dosunmu go. Looking at it from a money perspective, I completely get it, but I would like to try it another way.
People in the comments reacting. Where was the one IDGAF? Niles. I was untouchable. IDGAF. Brett, hard no. Niles also saying, I love Sub-Zero, but I'd rather trade Kobe than Ayo 100. In a perfect world, we keep them both and develop them into Hall of Famers. Well, that escalated quickly.
Whoa.
In a perfect world, the Bulls just pay all of their players $1 billion and they're all Hall of Famers. Rob asking, what are the chances the Bulls trade Kobe or Ayo? And then they re-sign back with the Bulls, the team trading for him, are they willing to take that risk, or do they want a contract already set? Like, no. If the Bulls trade Kobe or Ayo, whichever one, they're not re-signing with the Bulls after that last year of their current deal expires, because they gotta get paid, and the Bulls can't pay both of them. Come on, guys. The Bulls are going to be an over-the-cap, under-the-tax-line team until the sun explodes. We know this. So the numbers are the numbers. The salary cap will continue to increase, but the Bulls will continue to be under that luxury tax line. You're not keeping Kobe and Ayo and paying both of them. It's not happening. No. So I think given that circumstance, if you're trying to tweak your roster, if you're AK, and knowing you need more front court help, and if you're sending out Vooch in this trade, especially, finally, you're looking for a front court piece. You got a zillion guards. Correct. One of them's got to go. Make your decision and make peace with it. If you're AK, it could partly be about which team you're negotiating with. In this case, if it's a Kuminga sign and trade, it's the Warriors. And do they want one of these guards? Is it Kobe or is it Ayo? Maybe you can convince them to take the one that you are more willing to part with in this deal. In the proposed one from Sports Illustrated we're talking about, it's Ayo. I just like... Then you're also... And, you touched on this a minute ago. Then you're talking about Kuminga getting a chunk of that money. Because you think that he is a more appropriate, needed piece to build your hashtag 9 to 10 good player squad. I think both of these trade proposals, the Bleacher Report one and the SI one, have things I like about them and things I don't. I don't think Ayo is an untouchable off-limits player right now. I don't.
He's not.
Neither is Kobe White. Nobody on this team is untouchable right now.
Not one person. I just want a better scenario for if I'm going to give you Ayo Dosunmu.
Right.
Because that's what's all in my head, Matt, is knowing that the Bulls may have been able to trade Vooch last year without including him and still would have got, something back that I would have been okay with. So now I'm giving him something that it feels a little extra, to get, Moody. And Moody is cool. Moody shot like 37% from three, 6'5" guard. Like, he's solid, but more guards. You know what I'm saying? Like, more, but he's solid. But dang, Ayo Dosunmu is just very, very valuable. And I feel like he's worth a little bit more than Kuminga and Moody in a combo trade with Vooch. That's just how I'm looking at this. So it's like throwing in a first-round pick. Why?
Right.
What's necessary about that for? For me, that's how I feel about Ayo Dosunmu. So, no, I don't want to trade him, but I understand he has to go, and I get the logic of all that. I just want a better situation for it, and I don't think this one is it.
Rob saying Ayo's the next Drew Holiday. Stop.
Woo.
Like,
woo. I don't think that it's not too crazy.
It's not too crazy. I would say that is the absolute far end and not super likely to happen ceiling for Ayo is to be a defense first and capable, combo guard.
I don't know, man. Ayo's nice, bro.
He is
nice, man.
Is he going to be making what Drew Holiday's making in the back half of his career because he's that elite as a veteran player at what he does?
I hope so. Good for him.
Sure.
If that's the case.
Sure.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it. The trajectory of it doesn't say that that's going to be the case. But again, he had 18, separated shoulders. So I don't know. Maybe that hindered some of those things as well. But Ayo has that. Saying that about Ayo doesn't feel crazy to me. I can see him reaching that. I can see him getting that ring and being a really important guard on the squad.
Honestly, Ayo as a backup point guard in Golden State for the tail end of the Steph era. Amazing piece for them to have. Swaggy saying, what about just Kuminga for Kobe straight up? Keep it simple.
Oh. See, I don't like that. If I'm trading Kobe, I want stuff. You know what I mean? That's it. I just want stuff.
I don't think Golden State wants Kobe. And that's nothing against Kobe. I just don't think that he's what they're looking for right now.
Right.
I don't think
we're revisiting their interest in Vooch from the trade deadline. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Kobe doesn't help them.
Yeah, they want Vooch. They definitely want Vooch. So if it's any straight up trade that's coming, it would be Kuminga for Vooch. That's the only straight up trade I think it would be.
Holvin Santana in the comments saying, I wouldn't trade Kobe for Kuminga. Send him P. Will and we have a deal. Dude, I think we could get a better fit for Kobe.
That's what I'm talking about. Put P. Will in that. Yeah, I'd be like, cool.
Some Bulls fans these days are saying put P. Will in fill in the blank trade with, as Holden just did, a laughing emoji attached to it.
Tradable deal.
Some Bulls fans are talking about putting P. Will in a trade that is a positive trade that nets the Bulls something good in return.
Yeah.
And are like real, and they are speaking not sarcastically.
Okay.
And I'm like, some Bulls fans need to open their freaking eyes. The only way the Bulls are trading Patrick right now is if they attach an asset to Patrick.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting anything for Patrick Williams right now.
Yeah, he has to be attached in the trade, so it's not going to be a standalone with a Patrick Williams. So, yeah, if you want to throw him in with that, cool, great, awesome. Yes, a P. Will is a BOGO.
Dysfunctional. P. Will is the bonus one in a BOGO deal.
I wouldn't get one. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you get this Vooch, I will toss in a P. Will, a fresh new P. Will for you, buddy, just for you. Yeah.
And cherry on top, a whole case of Mando products. Because P. Will's going to be sweating all up in your gym.
All up on it, baby. Tripping. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be fascinating to see which other teams, in addition to the Bulls, continue to be involved in these talks.
Yeah.
With Kuminga, like Brooklyn Nets, Washington Wizards, Phoenix Suns, and the Warriors are the four other teams in the Bleacher Report one of where Kuminga ends up next year. Mm-hmm. So a few other like quasi rebuilding teams. Phoenix Suns are a wild card in every trade scenario this summer because Kevin Durant, and they got to blow that stuff up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like Brooklyn, Washington, these are the kind of teams. Brooklyn's got cap space. Washington rebuilding a very flexible roster situation right now. So, those are the kind of teams we're going to be talking about with Kuminga. That's going to do it for those of you watching on our streaming services. If you want the bonus coverage as we go to overtime, just head to allcito.com. So I get the combination of the Bulls continuing to shop Vooch this summer, Dave.
Yeah.
And maybe giving him a happy new home of giving him a legitimate chance to contend with the Warriors, and getting a young player with experience like Kuminga to add to AK's little treasure trove that he keeps, locked in his cupboard in his dining room.
It says 9 to 10 in Roman numerals.
That's right. In that, like, a lot about this face value makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just about how much they like Kuminga. As a piece of that puzzle.
Yeah.
And how much do they like the idea of adding that piece of the puzzle that they're trying to do upside down, compared to what they would have to give up to give him? Is it just Vooch? Like, or are you adding one of your other young players, or God forbid draft capital in this trade to bring Kuminga here in a sign and trade deal where you're the team that's about to pay Kuminga on a multi-year deal.
And he's going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever he ends up with, he's going to get a check, which is why I see him with a team that is a struggling team. And I know we are. We're not struggling. We're middling. There's a difference. We're trying to get to struggling. But I feel like he's one of those players on those kind of teams, man. Like, he goes in and he goes off for 30 points and 15 rebounds, and they lose by 30. Like, that's who I look at as, like, Jonathan Kuminga. Like, he could definitely be that kind of guy. But the mentality that you come in with, saying that, damn, Steph Curry, give me the ball, and you're sending me here to this team after signing me to a fresh, brand new contract, after you traded for me, because now that you're telling me you want me, so you're cool with how I play, you like what I do, you're going to get much more of that from a guy like Jonathan Kuminga. Now, again, per 36 numbers, look nice. I mean, as far as points per game, I think it was like 20 points per game. Shooting about 45% from the field. Still not a great three-point shooter, still not a great free throw shooter and things like that. But he will get buckets. That's what he does. Does that fit the style of offense the Bulls are trying to run? Because obviously they're trying to run that style of offense that is built around a guy like Josh Giddey, who can facilitate and everybody touches the basketball. And Giddey is the one finding guys, and he's the one can get to the bucket, turn around, and kick the ball out. Mm-hmm. Can Kuminga be okay with that kind of offense, or does he need to have the basketball to be his best self? Those are the questions that we have, because when you make that kind of money and you're paying them, you're saying we want you and we're cool with you and how you do, and we see a future with you. Are the Bulls saying that when they give him that check and you make these trades and you're okay with the style that he is going to have out there on the floor when he's not passing the ball to people because he's like, I'm the man?
Rob saying there's been far worse players than P. Will over the years.
What are we doing?
We still got.
Come on, man.
Okay, name them.
Come on.
At least Frank Brakowski grabs some rebounds from time to time. Give me a list. Seriously, give me a freaking list.
That's not the bar, though. That's not a flex, bro. Like, that's not a flex. You know what I'm saying? Well, I smelled shit that smelled worse.
Yeah.
Great. The hell is that, bro? That's not a flex, bro. Come on, man. He ain't been good. It's the bottom line.
And Dysfunctional asking, why are we looking at Kuminga when there's bigger targets out there? Because we're Bulls fans. What do you think's gonna? Would you like to talk about trades with the Sacramento Kings?
Yeah, I want Durant.
Or perhaps the Sacramento Kings? Or would you like to talk about some different non-Kuminga players that we could trade for from the Sacramento Kings?
I'd rather talk about that team in Sacramento.
Which
I think they got
the Kongs?
Yeah, the Kongs.
The Kongs. Or the Sacramento Bulls.
Yeah.
You want to make a trade for the Sacramento Bulls?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what Sacktown says.
Why are we talking about bigger targets? Because they're the Bulls. Name me the last big mega trade that's like star they acquired. Don't worry, I'll wait.
It's been a while, guys. It's been a while.
DeMar, sign and trade.
DeMar, sign and trade.
Cool.
Everybody was happy with that? No? Okay.
Oh!
You made it. It's all right.
Yeah.
You did it.
Hooray. Keep it right here on the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Plenty more content ahead today. This is early.
Yeah.
We got Cubs and Sox post-game shows coming up for y'all throughout the day, throughout the afternoon and evening. We got Blackhawks up on deck here at 2 o'clock, and then stealing our 4 o'clock time slot today because of OTAs and reacting to OTAs, CHGO Bears, 4 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you keep it here for all of those shows up ahead. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Hit the like button on your way out if you haven't done it yet. Also, as Katie just let you know in the comments, 10:15 a.m. Central, CHGO Sky,
Lord
right here.
mercy.
Will Katie be sleeping on the air? No. Big
Yes.
coffee.
It's
Big
a maybe.
coffee tomorrow.
It's a maybe.
We will be back at our normal 4 p.m. time slot tomorrow, so we will see you then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy Knicks Pacers tonight, Game 1, Conference Finals. We'll be here. Kuminga?
Yeah.
Pass. That's Big Dave. I'm Peck. Queen of the Controls, one only Katie Duffy. See Red be good.
Love your family, y'all.
Adam Amin!
Adam Amin!
We all silly like the mayor.